Hey everyone, welcome back to the CISSP Daily Dose. And today we are going to look into further in CISSP Domain 1 uh, for the topic of security control frameworks. Now, in our previous session, we saw what are the security roles and responsibilities. Now, once you have a security role, you should be uh, able to find out a starting point in your organization as to from where to start your security journey. And one of the best ways to start your security journey is to select a framework. Now, how do you select a framework? Once you have done your risk assessment, okay, you come to know that what are your regulatory and compliance needs, okay? So once you know your regulatory and compliance needs, and you know that what are the industry standards which you need to adhere to, you can start your journey from there. But what are the most common frameworks? Okay, so the most common frameworks are those which will help you in starting your journey for your security governance. Now, the most common ones are COBIT, NIST SP 853, the CIS benchmarks, NIST, risk management framework, NIST cybersecurity framework, and definitely ISO 27000. Okay, there's also ITIL on the list. It all depends on your organizational requirement as to which frameworks suits the best for you. Each framework has its own, criterias and frameworks which it provides and which may or may not suit your requirement. So if it suits your requirement, you select that. If not, then you scope and tailor it. You can also mix multiple frameworks. But if you are under regulatory requirement like a federal agency in US, you will have to abide by the NIST, standards. What is COBIT? Now, COBIT is called Control Objective for Information and Related Technologies. Okay, it basically takes into consideration the technical issues, the business risk, and the control requirements for your organization. What are the keywords that you should remember as far as CISSP exam is concerned is that it covers the enterprise from end to end. So if you see in your exam a question which says, which is the control framework or security framework which covers enterprise end to end, then you know that it is COBIT. So the keyword for COBIT as far as CISSP exam is concerned is covers enterprise end to end. Okay, so that is as far as COBIT is concerned. Knowing this much is more than enough for CISSP. But if in your practical life you need to follow COBIT, you should further, explore COBIT, because COBIT in itself is a big subject. Okay. Then what are the NIST frameworks? Now, NIST is National Institute for Standardization and Technology. It's an institution based out of US, which lays down standards for US federal agencies. But the frameworks are so beautifully designed that you can adopt it if you want to have a good security governance framework in your organization. There are multiple publications for cloud, for risk management, for internal security control, and for identity and access management. You can go to the NIST website and find out, if you have a particular requirement to understand which framework meets your requirement. However, for CISSP exam, you should know that NIST SP 853 is for federal agencies of the US, and it is called the Security and Privacy Control for Information Security for Organizations, right? There is also NIST cybersecurity framework, which is a basic cybersecurity framework for any federal agency, which is also adopted by the corporate agencies to have a good framework to start for their information security needs, right? The next is the ISO 27000 series, out of which ISO 27001, which is called the ISMS, is one of the most favorite for information security professionals. It is a risk-based information security management process, which is implemented. It's with the 2022 publication. It's got 93 controls which you need to implement in your organization to achieve ISO 27001 compliance. Now, compliance is other part, but ISO 27001 provides a beautiful way of implementing processes in your organization to achieve a good information security governance in your organization. Now let's go and do a small question as we always do, okay, and try to answer this. So which of the following frameworks primarily focuses on improving the governance of enterprise IT? So the keyword you can see is enterprise IT to generate business value, and includes principal practices, analytical tools, and models to manage, govern, and build IT capabilities in an organization. Now, as I told you, is it ITIL? Now, ITIL is a specific framework which gives good IT practices. COBIT covers enterprise end-to-end. So is ITIL the answer? No. COBIT, now it says enterprise IT to generate. So if you look at this question, it covers generating business value, principles, practices, analytical tools, and models. Is it covering enterprise end-to-end? Looks like. So maybe COBIT might be a possible solution in this particular question. Is it ISO 27001? Well, 27001 is a process orientation on risk management and gives 93 controls. It does not specify what IT capabilities you need to build, which analytical tools you need to use, what are the practices. No, it gives you the processes and the policies which you need to implement. Okay, so ISO 27001 is definitely not the answer. Next solution is NIST cybersecurity framework. Now, NIST cybersecurity framework is very, very specific. It gives you the process that is identify, detect, protect, and respond and remediate. So it's a 5-step process, which is very, very clear on what you need to do. So most likely COBIT is the likely solution. And let's see the solution. So yes, it is COBIT because it provides a comprehensive framework to manage your risk from end to end. Okay. NIST, as I told you, it covers the critical infrastructure in US. It can be used by corporate firms also. ISO 27001, is an ISMS with the context of overall business risk. So it is a risk managed approach, and ITIL is a detailed set of best practices. Okay. So I hope you liked this session. If you liked it, please click the like button and follow us on YouTube. Visit our website, academy.protect.io for some good and wonderful courses. If you want to see pass your CISSP, I run a weekend and a weekday batch, which gives you much more deeper exposure on how to pass CISSP within 100 days. Take care and have a good day. Bye-bye.